Good morning, you guys. Rebecca here, Sirius Blue. Thanks for tuning in again, or if you're new, welcome. So, greeting you on the new moon here of April. The new moon is such an opening and an invitation into just softer, more inward seeming, inward turning, gestational, and nourishing energies. So it's true enough. It is my favorite time of the lunar cycle because it feels more restorative as we are aligned with the moon and the sun, and we on Gaia in between. There's the dark skies and there's a kind of quiescence that I feel, even as we're heading into the more yearly cycle of greater light here in the northern hemisphere, and spring is blooming all over. But also necessary to rest, to restore. The creational energies flourish most and best when there is time to reflect and release. And the image I always feel, see, know, related to this aspect of the lunar cycle every month is like this an egg, like an egg of light, like returning to the womb of creation. The moment you were born, you can do this. You can do this every month. You can do this all the time. So I see the light language and the channeling started right away, bringing in some new awareness to this invitation to receive, to restore, to draw in. So the fertile and restoring, nourishing qualities of stillness, silence, the yin time. This is needed to be in action, in completion, in our action, in our co-creation. That is, those things you do in the world are most skillfully attained through the nourishing time of stillness, the time that your world has forgotten, or nearly so. Funny that a couple days ago I had in my location we had a fiber optic cable that had been cut, and so we didn't have any phone or internet for almost 24 hours, and I just loved that. I mean, from a certain standpoint, sure, it's inconvenient, but really I was reminded of my times and weeks and even months on deeper retreat, in which the nervous system actually is allowed to release its burden. The things that you know are allowed to surface in this time. If you're busy all the time, how will you ever hear yourself? And I feel my guide Gonyak, who I met out in the desert in southeast Utah, in physical. I'd done, speaking of retreats, I'd gone on a week solo out there, and I actually met her in what we know as the land of the ancestral Pueblan. She has stayed with me, a conduit between earth and sky. Anyway, I feel her here offering us some of this wisdom today. It is only with light that we bring these messages in. And there's always a playful quality, to a lot of the guides and the to me, the spirit realm work that I do. There's a lot of levity with the messages and the energies that come in. Like, I'm just smiling broadly as all this is coming through. And when I sat down in meditation, just holding space this morning as I do, every morning, just asking at the end, what wanted to come through, if anything, for this. And it was clearly a invitation to offer some of that nurturing energy to the audience. And that's whether you're listening now on the new moon itself or in the future, where we are. Don't worry, you can visit this energy anytime. It's always needed. It is like the pause, the exhale at the end of the breath, the top of the breath. There's always that, going back into creation's beginning point. You can start fresh. You can receive the best and the most there. So, yeah, a little more. It's hard for us to pull back, from all. I know I find with myself and my work and clients and just myriad variety of things, and coupled by our somewhat fractured awareness when we're online. We have like 50 tabs open and we're answering 500 emails at the same time, and our phone is ringing and we're like, oh, I'm late to go do this thing. That's real hard on the nervous system, and we kind of forget that because we're in that mode even when we go to sleep. There is often stress and tension still in the background. So true. Oh, okay. So if you guys are called at all to receive some better sleep, you might try turning your phone and your Wi-Fi off completely at night. Your world will not collapse. The sky will not fall. I give you permission to do that. I do that myself. I leave the Wi-Fi on. Off. If I'm not using it, it's not beaming. It's not receiving anything. Brings me to the next thing. So we're going to get into more of a this whole thing is an attunement to entrain with the more nourishing, restorative qualities that you have available to you now. True enough. But I was going to say that for the last couple of years I've been surrounded, my home and then my body, and then in the form of a hologram inside the body, the diamond light in the form of an octahedron structure. So if you're sitting there in your chair right now, you might imagine a four-sided pyramid around you with the apex pointing skyward, and then an inverted four-sided pyramid below you and pointing down at its apex below you into the earth core center. And so it's constantly there, and I'm sure it's supported by the vehicle of my consciousness. But it has to do, I realized over time in a long apprenticeship with these energies of the octahedron and the crystalline diamond light frequencies that are often conveyed by, seems to be Andromedan galaxy beings I work with from Andromeda, seem to have something to do with it. In my case anyway, in my awareness, but a sort of protection and an upgrade of energy. You could say awakening the diamond light codes, and in the body, in the organs, and particularly today, want to bring in some of that diamond light frequency into the fluids of the body. This is so interesting. For some time, I would say the last couple of months anyway, I keep getting these messages for myself and also for clients as we work together to bring these crystalline diamond light frequencies into the blood, the fluid of the body, the fluid and the flow of the body. This is one of the places, the blood is a place where, if you want to touch everything in the body, work with the blood, work with the fluid. Blood brings purity, it brings fluidity, it brings flow, clarity. You can upgrade the whole system by working with the blood. That is to say, working with your consciousness. So the blood, the bones, and the bone marrow, blood and bones, and red and white blood cells. This is all connected, as well as to the kidneys, and then Ooh, interstitial fluid. That's a new one. That came in just a few days ago. I was sitting in meditation, nothing particularly going on, right? I'm just sitting there holding space, breath, awareness. Out of nowhere, interstitial fluid. I don't even know quite if I hear it right, if I spell it right. Don't really even know the word. What do you want me to do with that? And it's a call back to work with the fluids, work with the upgrading of your fluids. So I'm working with some very subtle health stuff. Nothing. It's sort of just lack of flow. Kidneys tired. And again, that can come. We could have what in Eastern medicine would be called a yin depletion. This is all about the health and wealth, if you like, of the kidneys, not from a Western medical perspective. But in any case, I keep getting messages for all of us that working with our awareness, bringing our awareness into the fluid of the body, your body itself, to receive new information and to flow, to purify, to receive, to move, and all of that relates with the upgrading of the human blueprint and its entrainment with the blueprint of Gaia, which are wed. We are wed with this planet like a mother and a baby. So all of that relates to the diamond light codes, the diamond light frequencies, and this octahedron of light. So with that, you can just pausing. We want to bring you gentleness beneath the dark sky of the new moon, the dark sky. Look up, go outside sometimes, plant your feet on the earth, bring that energy up into your feet. So finding a restful position, or maybe you're lying down for the rest of this. That was kind of a preamble, and we're moving into a direct transmission. So it's all for you. It's just a gift from myself and the guides here, and of course the earth and sky energies for you. Have a breath. So you might feel again the presence, as I described it, of the diamond surrounding you. It's a soft, translucent energy. Remember, you are all creators of vast wealth and wisdom, power. What you see helps create it. So you might see that or feel that or know that around you. This presence of a octahedron of light, so the apex pointing up above you, the capstone of crystalline light here in the pyramid, reaching up through the soul star, through the stellar gateways into the cosmic realm, and also receiving energies above and also below. Breathing through that. It's like a gossamer thread of very strong, very strong connection to the earth through the earth star chakra, the feet, the perineum, the base of the spine. All this is brought in and integrated by the octahedron around you, illuminating you and helping you remember who you are, what you know, and what you came here to do. So, on the breath, if you take an inhale there, surrounded by the octahedron, this crystalline pyramid above and below you, surrounding you, protection and safety, ease, healing, helps you release, helps you receive, helps you upgrade your knowing, upgrade your health. And letting that on the in-breath, just you're breathing through the skin and the viscera, the muscles, through the bones, into every smallest particle of you. Breathing in tiny octahedrons of light, tiny octahedrons of light. And we don't have to limit where they go or what they do. They have their own intelligence. And it should be said here as we entrain with the energies of the octahedron around us that it is an intelligent and sentient being. It is not just an inert geometric form. We may see it as a geometric form for reference point of conceptual mind. However, it is intelligent, it is conscious, it is sentient, and it responds to your thoughts. So, okay. Receiving that myself as I'm moving through this with you. So, and letting that really land in the, you might, if it is accessible to you, bring your awareness into the perineum, the base of the spine, pelvic floor. The root chakra in most of us right now is very weakened because we don't have as much grounding. Again, as said, we're online an awful lot, and we're just very scattered, and this brings all of our energy up into the head and away from the lower centers. I mean, there's so much to that. That's a whole other recording, but across the board, we really need root stabilization. A lot of us have had natal family trauma that might still be at home in your lower energy centers. We just have trouble staying grounded in this world of intensity and acceleration and flux. So we're just letting that, a smaller diamond, a smaller octahedron, these octahedron of light, open up, spinning diamond in the base of the spine, the root center. And wherever that appears to you, that's okay. And if you are not a visualizer, that's totally okay too. You can still receive. There's really nothing you have to do as you tune in and just receive. That's so the nature of the new moon energies, is receiving. Gonyak reminds us, you have better output when you are able to receive. Also, we're able to let go more skillfully as we can receive, so we can release. Those two seem to work in tandem. So we're receiving however it appears to you. Maybe it's an energy upgrade, maybe it's an invitation to release some of that stuckness down in the lower centers. We might have reproductive issues or digestive or colon issues, or just a lot of tightness in that musculature that comes from often being in a flight or fight response, which again, we are often in, whether we realize it or not, in this culture right now, in the quickened pace of our life. The nervous system is totally, it's firing all the time. So this can bring you some quiescence there. Ooh, yeah, okay. I felt that really moving around the whole belly, back through the sacrum, out through the hips, and restoring the diamond light frequencies to you there in human form, whatever you need. This can be delivered today. Also inviting that into the frequencies of this diamond light to illuminate the spine itself and the cerebral spinal fluid so it can rise up from that base, from the root, the sacral center and the solar plexus. Up through the heart, up through the heart. Don't ever forget the heart. True enough. And up through the thymus. Heart and thymus. Okay, so let's pause there. There's so much we can do. And if you'd like a full attunement with all of this, you can book a session. It's a 5D diamond light attunement on my website. But only pausing here, there's a need to bring in a little more. Let's bring our awareness there. Bring the consciousness into the heart, into the high heart and the thymus. And this may be for you along the back of the spine, whatever feels good to you. And just rest there. So as we're resting in the larger diamond light octahedron around us, this crystalline diamond, and it's so luscious. There's also a smaller one, which is moving now in the root, and another through the sacral plexus, the back of the solar plexus. Through the organs to the endocrine system. There's no limit. It can flow and be multiplied into infinity, very small or very large. Remember, in the quantum field, anything is possible and nothing is limited. So there's that fluid, and our awareness of our fluid in our spine, in the bone marrow, in the blood, awakens here. We begin to receive that. So wherever you bring your awareness, the chi and the prana begin to flow. So there's so much coming in. I'm trying to make it linear for you. There's so many places the energy is beginning to flow now through the shoulders and down the arms, of course the legs. So resting your awareness in your chest, in the heart. Thymus, really important for us right now, guys. It's a joy center too. There's so much in the thymus, and Western medicine says that it begins to atrophy in childhood. Well, isn't that interesting? That again is another tape, another whole nother topic. So right now I'm feeling that to handfuls of diamond light in the back of the spine, the heart, and then up into the rear of the thymus area and the spine, kind of below C7 there. Different colored lights coming all through the larger crystalline diamond that's around you, and then into so many places. In your experiences, you're listening, you may receive the octahedron in many different places. Your awareness may travel to them, and that's fine, go with that. But if you're with me here in the heart, really let that rest. Let that diamond light open up. It's like a flower maybe, or a lotus opening in the heart. And the energy codes themselves begin to open here. That is what we wish to say. Imagine now if everyone was entrained with their joy, what would the planet be like on which you call home now? This Gaia realm would be transformed. So we bring you the diamond light codes into the thymus gland, the whole endocrine system illuminating with small diamonds, trillions of diamonds opening up in your blood, in your fluids, and the interstitial fluids between the cells, through the spine and the brain matter, all of you, nothing left out, the water in the kidneys, moving throughout, restoring the codes of youth, longevity, and quantum knowing. Whew, okay, so, and also that is just rolling out and opening through the stellar gateway above the head, so, okay. The heart is the main place, the start and end point for all. It is the most powerful place in your whole being. Don't forget the heart as you move on out this month to the creational principles of the full moon. Don't forget the heart in your creations. So, just letting that all land. Take some time for that to complete itself, whatever that brings for you. Dissolving all of that into just a crystalline frequency of light. It looks like just a platinum energy that's dissolving my whole body awareness and connecting all of us into earth and sky and the blueprint of the heart, the human heart, again, as said, wed to the ascended 5D new earth and inner earth realm of Gaia. Okay. A lot of liquid, a lot of oceany amniotic fluid resting here as we do together. So, all right. And if you'd like a fuller and more complete attunement for yourself, again, you can book that on my website, RebeccaRoseBarfoot.com. I also lead bi-monthly lunar journeys. So those are group experiences and channeled, bringing a lot of this channeled information and light codes to the human form and its energy bodies. So this is how we work on the fifth world, awakening together. This is happening now. This is why we bring this through today. The Diamond Light Codes brought to you by Andromeda. In the realm of the indigenous one. So I bow to all of you and to all the copious entourage here with me now. So really grounding us and also illuminating our infinitely expanded consciousness. Thanks for tuning in, Rebecca Barfoot, Sirius Blue. And if you enjoyed this, love to hear your comments or always enjoy your likes too, and feel free to share. Bye-bye for now.